What if Jack Ryan were to team up with Jack Reacher? Wouldn't that be amazing? Well, I got something else with two Jacks, and it's right here. Surprise, it's a guitar. Oh, hello
Boom.
there, Court.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, I'm very good. How are you?
Great.
I got something here for you.
I bet you it's a guitar.
It is a guitar.
Is it a Gretsch? This is a better PRS than the PRS you have.
Oh, okay. Surprise.
It's a guitar.
It's not a PRS. It's a Gibson.
Aha. Cool.
Now, have you seen a guitar that looks like this before?
No, you know what? When you go to a guitar store and they've got their common racks, you know, it's just a lot of standard. This is not standard.
It's not.
Yes, what kind of guitar of Gibson is this?
This is Guitar of the Month, July. Longhorn double cut. Mahogany body, flame maple top, mahogany neck, ebony fingerboard. The inlays are very ornate, very nice. Doesn't have binding. No fret binding.
No.
Which is kind of interesting because you would see that maybe in like a higher end guitar, you would be more inclined to see fret binding.
Body binding.
Body binding. That is kind of unusual, the sort of triple binding here. You wouldn't necessarily see that on a Gibson electric, more on a Gibson acoustic.
And it's thick.
What else might you notice about this guitar?
Well, it has active pickups.
It has active EMG 85 pickups, so of course powered by the 9-volt battery case in the back.
So they're both 85s?
They're both 85s. They are hot. They sound awesome, distorted. However, there is something else.
Oh, Jesus, it's stereo?
Okay, so we've got, you can see here, we've got two output jacks. Why is that?
Yeah, the saddles are definitely, oh, are they a pickup?
It's a piezo pickup. So it's a piezo pickup in the bridge, dual output, which you can output simultaneously and blend the tones. So you can blend the active EMGs along with the piezo. So you get these like interesting quasi-acoustic-y tones out of it. Pete Townsend used to do that a lot where he would double electric and acoustic guitars on the same track.
Sure.
You hear that in a lot of Who songs.
Who songs?
Yes.
Who's on third? It's Pete Townsend playing baseball.
Hey, just a quick reminder to please like, subscribe, and to share this video, and to ring the bell to be notified when we release new episodes weekly. Now, back to the show.
Like, this is definitely got its quirks.
Yeah, I'm assuming you'd like to play this.
Most def.
I'm excited for you to play this because I played it and it's really cool. I love it. So you're gonna tone check this bad boy, but first, story time.
Story time.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to Story Time. If you'll recall from an earlier episode, we discussed Gibson's Guitar of the Week promotion from 2007 and how cumbersome it was and how questionably popular it was, and of course, how they followed it up in 2008 with the Guitar of the Month program. And if not, we've linked to that episode in the description below. It'll help to provide some context. With all of that in mind, we've gotten our hands on July's Guitar of the Month, the Longhorn Double Cut in blue. And I specify blue because the November Guitar of the Month was the identical guitar in a sunburst finish. So apparently even 12 unique guitars was too hard to pull off. As discussed off the top, this one features active EMG pickups and a separate output for the piezo in the bridge. 2 jacks. I'd like to explore these pickups in a little more detail. So firstly, what do I mean when I say active pickups? Pickups are those hunks of metal, which are actually magnets, and a great name for a band, on a guitar that translate the vibrations of the strings into electrified sounds. They can be either passive or active. Passive and active pickups work in the same fundamental way. However, active pickups are powered, usually by a 9-volt battery that's tucked away inside the body of the guitar or the bass. This produces a stronger output signal going into your amplifier. It can be heard to great effect with high gain distortion, producing a very smooth overdriven tone. And this is often why you see metal guitarists using active pickups. On the opposite end of the spectrum, What about the piezo pickup in the bridge? It's different than a magnetic pickup as it's located inside of the bridge itself. And a piezo pickup works by detecting the vibrations of both the strings and the instrument. This produces a sound that is somewhere between an acoustic and electric guitar. It's brighter and more articulate than regular magnetic pickups. I think Cord has some metal riffs up his sleeve, and I know he's used active pickups in the past, but has he ever played the combination of active pickups and a piezo? There's only one way to find out.
Welcome to Tone Check. Here we are, another day, another guitar. And what do we got today? So this is a 2008 Guitar of the Month, the Longhorn by Gibson. So let's get into her and see what it sounds like. But first, signal path. Here's a little animation that shows you how the guitar signal goes from my fingers to your ears. And for a fun note, today we're recording on a new DAW, Luna by UAD, and hopefully that works out. All right, let's start with some clean sounds and use some common chords, and we'll start with the neck pickup. Okay, so we do know that we have active pickups in here, some EMG 85s, and that will mean a hotter output, which will push the pedal and the tubes in the amp even more. So when we go to the overdrive, it's gonna cause a heavier, thicker distortion. It's gonna be pushing it. Sticky neck. So one interesting thing that you can learn from that band, Dinosaur Jr., is that when he plays loud open chords with lots of strings and you got a lot of overdrive, you take a chord like the C and add that. You kind of get added definition and flavor added to these chords that can just otherwise just sound like a wall of noise. Like, so, little tidbit. Do what you want with that. The other thing I like about that riff is in the verse, it's kind of like taking the C shape, sliding it up to D, but you get those two notes that work kind of against each other. It's the third and the fourth. And a lot of people like to use that. It usually catches your ear quite quickly because it's quite unique. So you get like another one of their songs. Propaganda use it in a song as well. And even our friends over at REM do it with the little Man on the Moon. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's explore a little bit more noises. The neck's a bit glossy. It is painted on the back. It's got the nitro finish on the back, and it's really, stick it to my hands, Spider-Man over here. That's when you gotta beat the guitar up. A little bit Jack White-esque. Just fight it. Fight that guitar and win. Sometimes it's fun just to start with the lowest note on the guitar and just chug in and see where the heck you end up. That's not it. That's not it. Almost. If you know the name of that riff, throw it down in the comments, because we like to put it in some Canadian bands, so that's your clue of the day. Okay, so we got the active pickups. It likes to play heavier, louder, aggressive music, and who better but? Song always reminds me of War Pigs by Sabbath because of that. We do know that we've used the little battery pack in the thing with the active pickups, but there's even more versatility. There is a second jack. Let's switch over and see what the hell that sounds like. Okay, so there's an A and an M. The actives are M and the piezo is A. Okay. The piezos sound kind of neat. We definitely have a lower signal level.
Hey, quick reminder to please like, subscribe, and to share this video. And now, back to tone check.
Okay, so I do like this guitar. I like a lot of the elements about it. I like the neck, flatter profile, more shreddy neck. I like the inlays. I like the ebony fretboard. It's a pretty sharp looking guitar. I gotta say, look at that. Look at that binding. You know what I mean? Gold hardware is interesting. I totally always fought against it. And one day after a couple too many wobbly pops, I went in and bought 2 guitars. Way too much money, and I got gold hardware on purpose on my acoustic because I hated it. So how weird is that? The gold hardware really fits on this guitar. It's kind of got like a spiffiness to it. The main thing driving that spiffiness is this finish. It's actually pretty incredible. It's a nice maple top, I gotta say. The one thing I am is just kind of fighting the neck with its finish, and something about its boxiness might be just me getting used to it, really. But that's something that you would get used to when you kind of wear it in like a baseball glove, Pete Townsend. So yeah, fun guitar, Longhorn, so I'll play out. I've never played a Metallica riff, I think, in my life for some reason. I love his palm muting techniques and capabilities there. Definitely envious. Never in my repertoire, so I'm not even sure if I'm playing this right, but let's give her a shot. All right, see you next time.